Hello, y'all. Hope you're all doing well. This is RJ here in Sylva, North Carolina. Here in the front steps of the Jackson County Courthouse, original courthouse building. It is now serves as the library, overlooking this beautiful area down here. This is one of the most picturesque locations of any place I've seen. Got some wonderful, awesome news for you today. You see this beautiful memorial here to our heroes of the Confederacy. A war memorial right here, dedicated to the locals. They answered the call of this county. They did their duty to serve and protect and defend their homes and their families and homeland in America's largest, deadliest war. This beautiful memorial has been here since 1915. And you might notice something different. The good, wonderful news story is that it's back to its original condition. To put this a little bit in context, after the George Floyd issue that took place way up in a northern Union state and a Yankee state, for some reason the folks around here in the South decided to remove this memorial. At least the town did. On a 3-2 vote, the town commissioners voted to remove this. But the county thankfully rejected that. On a 4-1 vote, the county voted to keep it right here. But they said they would try to have a compromise. And so they wanted to add and change the meaning of this memorial right here. They wanted to contextualize it and add some features at the front. They really just completely ruined it. So what they did is they added a big steel, ugly steel, like a box in the front that covered up the authentic historical battle flag that you see here, this American battle flag. And then they covered over the names right here as well. And then they added textualization to it. And it was ugly. It just was disgusting. We are very thankful that it was still here, of course. But thankfully, giving us all Americans hope, rationality prevailed, decent common sense prevailed, and this week, those ugly attachments that were on the front of this beautiful memorial were removed without notification. Was just removed this last week. And I just had to come out here and see this for myself because I'd been here many times before. This is how I remember it when I brought my wife here and we had a wonderful little vacation together. We came right up here, and when they placed that ugly attachment to the front, it was said e pluribus unum. It's like, what are they thinking? What does that have to do with the Confederacy and the soldiers, the local soldiers who fought here in defense of their homes, their families, and their homeland? So what a great story. You can see where it was attached. Once again, it was just removed this last week. You can see right here the holes, and you can still see the screws where that plaque was attached to the front. You can still see the outline right here in the front. So glad that it was removed. Thank you to all those who are finally adults, finally real Americans, standing up against the woke, cancel culture, Mayoist, leftist out there who want to remove these beautiful scenes. So awesome to see this again, finally. This is how I remember it from about 4 or 5 years ago. This plaque right here remains. This was untouched. Reading this to you. To our valiant fathers, champions of reconciliation with justice, of union with manhood, of peace with honor, they fought with faithfulness, labored with cheerfulness, and suffered in silence. To our heroic mothers, Spartan in devotion, Teuton in sacrifice, in patience superior to either, and in modesty and grace, matchless among womanhood. What a wonderful story. This represents the around 170 Southern Americans who fought with the Confederacy that were from this county, Jackson County. As you can see, I'm slowly backing up the stairs here. These stairs lead down to the main street that you can see down below. What a beautiful, picturesque scene this is right here. What a great news story, especially on a beautiful day like this. The weather's just wonderful. See all the mountain ranges off in the background. See how the county has done such a wonderful job decorating this again. On all sides, you see tulips and pinwheels. And on the back side here is the Jackson County Courthouse building, which now serves as the library. I think I'll go in there later, but just backing up so you can get a perspective of this. Just picturesque city, picturesque little town. I think right around 3,000 to 4,000 folks that are here. Unfortunately, the town suffered from many of the carpetbaggers that moved in here, and that's one of the reasons why some of those wanted to remove it, because they have no connection to the past of the history here, the culture here, the heritage here. It wasn't their ancestors. They wanted to come here and just like Mayo, remove reminders of the past. So we're so grateful that is here now. So thank you to all those who stood up for decency, people of integrity, to remove those ugly attachments that were in front of this beautiful memorial right here in Sylva, North Carolina. I'm here, as you see, on the front steps of the old courthouse building. Isn't any surprise that there was multiple movies that were filmed here? Look how beautiful this is through here. My wife and I walked down Main Street. We stopped by several restaurants. We went to almost all the stores. I remember sitting up here, just overlooking this beautiful valley. I have some wonderful memories. Just want to share this good news story with you that the Confederate Memorial, this war memorial, dedicated to those who answered the call and did their duty, has been restored back to its normal condition, the way it was supposed to have been the entire time. Love it. These are particularly important because, after all, those who served in the Confederacy, the war between the states, served in America's largest, bloodiest war. Many are buried in unmarked graves and unknown locations. To many, this is their war memorial. To many, this is the equivalent of a headstone. Once again, if you're just joining me, just recapping real quick, here is the beautiful memorial here in Sylva, North Carolina, here in front of the Jackson County Courthouse grounds, county grounds. Still county grounds, but the courthouse has been moved elsewhere and it's now a library. Once again, this is how the memorial had looked for over a century, until some of the woke cancel culture wanted to try to remove it, and they added some ugly attachments to the front and stripped away the identity and stripped away the entire meaning and purpose of what this was. And thankfully, those ugly attachments were removed just last week. So awesome to see it again. Gives all of us Americans, millions upon millions of Americans, hope. Rationality has returned. Adults have returned. People who are courageous and will fight back against the cancel culture, woke, intolerant leftists, hateful leftists that are out there. So I'm going to go ahead and Finish this up once again with one last little quick look at the memorial. And once again, it's wonderful to see the authentic historical flag. Confederate battle flag that was used by the citizen soldier. Represents, this right here is as American of a flag as you can find. Represent the Americans, citizen soldiers who fought in defense of their homes and their families, carried out in battlefield, often with their homes right against their backs. All right, leaving this with you from where I started. Once again, sharing this wonderful news with you today. Glad to be able to share it because it is a beautiful day out here. I know many of you would love to be here. Panning around one more time, beautiful Jackson County Courthouse grounds here in Sylva, North Carolina. It's how to come out here. I'm on my way to Stone Mountain, where there's a ceremony this upcoming weekend. I want to make sure I travel down my way to come see this place. Always feel at home. I do have relatives that used to live out here and are buried around this area. I feel at home out here. It's nice and peaceful. Just glad to see that the locals, Americans, are fighting back against those who wanted to ruin it. So sharing this all with you today, once again from Sylva, North Carolina. Take care, y'all.